Few fictional characters have made such a long, evolving impact as DC Comics' Caped Crusader, Bruce Wayne aka Batman, who resides in Gotham City. This is a character that has been taken in several forms and spawned into several franchises like video games, comics, and TV series besides the movies. This is a character everyone is familiar with, and during this series, Batman the Caped Crusader, we will take a deep dive into the mythology of the famous comic book hero. When Man of Steel launched in 2013, it was something unprecedented. The last Superman film came 7 years earlier in 2006. It was a modern interpretation of Superman. It was also a critical attempt at how Zack Snyder tried to copy Marvel Studios' successful attempt at the company's own cinematic universe. This failure has given the whole concept a distressing signal to the fans that DC and Warner Brothers Pictures won't be able to fulfill their success. This failure was first introduced in Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, a film that shredded everything connected to what Batman stood for. Although DCU is not only about Batman, but for this series only the Caped Crusader will have its focus. Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice was a product of an ambitious setup that never came to a sophisticated conclusion. Batman's role in DC Extended Universe is short and unnoticed. In Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, Zack Snyder brought Ben Affleck into an old, wretched Bruce Wayne, drowned in old memories and hatred looming in the shadows. This was also a team-up film with Superman and Wonder Woman that thereafter erased all that was existing initially. Affleck dedicates his life to a short performance drug in a world of irrational behavior from producers and parent production companies, which in turn caused a disastrous road trip for the beloved hero. In this film, he kills. He's gloomy and has a hatred relationship with Superman of an unanswered conflict. Lex Luthor is also part of the film in a self-destructive way, pushing the two heroes against each other. Henry Cavill, Amy Adams, Kevin Costner, Diane Lane, Lawrence Fishburne joined the cast in 2015. Adding Jesse Eisenberg, Snyder commented, "Having Jesse in the role allows us to explore that interesting dynamic and also take the character in some new and unexpected directions." Eisenberg's eccentric, disastrous acting made Lex Luthor not easy to take him seriously. The whole film from 2016 is and was a controversial film that achieved mixed reception from fans and critics. The film achieved $422.5 million during its opening weekend. Overall, it landed on $873.5 million, but during its second week, it dropped historically. A quote reads, "One of the biggest Friday to Friday drops any blockbuster has ever seen." It was the 7th highest grossed film in 2016, a year filled with blockbusters, animated films and Star Wars films and Captain America: Civil War. This film was a desperate attempt of giving something new to the audience, eager to see iconic heroes fight, but couldn't achieve the potential. Thus, it's a tremendous failure. End of quote. Suicide Squad was another film shortly after Batman vs. Superman, and Affleck had a brief moment in the film fighting the Joker played by a Bath-Keith Jared Leto. Affleck had a short appearance which didn't affect the film's overall quality. Affleck's next appearance was in Justice League. This was an attempt to showcase Batman in a group, something he can't handle properly. It's a team-up that doesn't fix the problem of contingency or the plot problems from the series of standalone films. Another desperate try, critics continue to, despite that Wonder Woman and Aquaman did get their movie, but Batman with Affleck never got his. Affleck's interpretation of this character is rough and determined in a way that splits him from other versions of Wayne. This is a film that includes Wonder Woman, The Flash, Aquaman, and Cyborg. Batman and Wonder Woman recruit them after the untimely death of Superman to have him later rescue the world from Steppenwolf and his army of parademons. The story didn't give a satisfactory result either for the audience, the critics, or Warner Bros., who lost over $60 million for the film. It's one of the most expensive films ever made with a budget of $300 at the time and only earned $657.9 million. After Zack Snyder's lost his daughter to suicide, Joss Whedon overlooks the proceedings. Whedon's harsh attitude during the film production has met with criticism from Gal Gadot and Ray Fisher, making the audience still wanted Snyder's version of the film, and he met their wishes. With an extended version of the film, the whole production of trouble and issues right from the beginning. The script had major changes, made just like the photography. Snyder's version of the box office failed film was released on March 18th on HBO Max in 2021. This film, unlike the theatrical film, stays away from the shared universe and continuity like the other films. The film achieves a far better reception than the Joss Whedon cut. Snyder's cut in slightly over 4 hours, which proves that after a reshot and a determination for a director's character that have achieved great response from the audience. Could the original Batman film become a good addition to DC Extended Universe, a film that was supposed to be directed by Ben Affleck but was cancelled? It was meant to be the next film after Justice League, but Affleck left the project after creative differences. Affleck would star together with Jeremy Irons, and Batgirl would make an appearance as well. It got delayed a couple of times. Affleck left and Matt Reeves took over. The ensemble got recast, and Reeves' own version with Robert Pattinson had premiered in 2022, which in the end was a success. Batman for the DCU won't show up until The Flash, which is expected to arrive in theaters in 2023. Both Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton are expected to reprise the roles. This movie is a concern for Warner Brothers Pictures, as Ezra Miller's erratic criminal behavior has made the executive producer look for a replacement for Barry Allen. Who will replace him is still not decided. A lot is uncertain with Warner Brothers, as they change their decisions every year. The films don't work out as the plan, and their cast make the outcome a troubling issue. An issue that makes marks on a broken franchise that initially tried to copy from Marvel Cinematic Universe. DCU is their current largest franchise, and they do every attempt to rescue it from drowning.